Corporation case number R tilde 385 tilde 460 tilde 312 U S. Dry dock treaty number R tilde 294 tilde 568 tilde 221 U S. Global Banking Constitution and lease number R tilde 023 tilde 986 tilde 635 U S. Corporation case R tilde 385 tilde 460 tilde 312 U S. Martial law borders. I am Russell-J. Gould, Commander-in-Chief and Postmaster General, Muster Master at the Secretary of the Navy's office, who has leased the Title IV, Section 1, 2, and 3 flag from me on February 20th, 2003, through William Ball and Hansford T. Johnson as the Acting Secretary of the Navy in 2003. I'm authorizing the Secretary of the Navy's office in 2024 to go into the Joint Chiefs of Staff and give them a passing bill for the closing of the borders to all foreigners who would come across the former borderlands of the United States, Inc. and the former United States of America borders. That you blockade the borders so no foreigners shall pass. In the same space, I'm authorizing the military, as they blockade the border and close the border, to clear all legal citizens who have legal ship's papers to transport in and out of the country that they shall pass. Secretary of the Navy's office. If the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which represents the United States Marine Corps, the United States Army, and the United States Air Force, if they do not comply and close the borders down, then I'm authorizing you to strike their colors of the Title IV, Section 1, 2, and 3 flag, so that the United States Marine Corps, the United States Army, and the United States Air Force no longer has authorization to use the Title IV, Section 1, 2, and 3 flag on their bases and forts globally, on their transport vessels globally, as well as their coffins globally. Close the borders. For the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Secretary of the Navy's office, I'm doing the best that I can to give you all the authorization and credentialing to use the flag to close the borders in a legal, peaceful way and lawful way. So I'm authorizing material readiness, logistical aid for the security of the American citizens who are being overrun by the enemies of our nation. But it's up to you guys to take the initiative on this. You're the ones that have been placed in control of the military. You're the ones that are in control of the security of the American people. And I hope you guys do the right thing. Think about the families that are out here. Think about the loved ones that are out here. It's unfair to the American citizens to have this happen to them. The borders need to be secure, and they need to be blockaded from foreign trespass. Russell-J. Gould, Commander-in-Chief, Postmaster General, and Muster Master. I'm out here. For the Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon for the border. You are involved in different theaters that I'm not involved with and I have no knowledge of. Well, one of that dealt with the concept of the Black Pope. And because of the oath of the Jesuit order being modified with adverbs, adjectives, creating adverbs and verbs, creating no facts on paperwork, the concept of an oath to the Jesuit order is no longer in play for you if you join this meritocracy. It's not as easy to set up your own meritocracy, not as easy as it looks, nor as it sounds. There are no guidelines to set up and learn how to become a commander-in-chief. And the gamut of this position has taken me through many doors throughout the world. I've had many conversations and been asked thousands of questions on the protocols of functions of military campaigns and theaters and movement of and sequestering soldiers in and out of military fields, theaters. And in that gambit, the Secretary of the State at the Vatican entered into contract with me in the year 2003, June 16th, to be specific. After 3 days of questioning from many Catholic cardinals and the Secretary of State's office at the Vatican, Angelo Sodano, entered into contract with me where I wrote a contract to have tactical command of the grammar for each military on the planet, for each banking system on the planet, for each court system on the planet. The stamps and the certified seals and the embossers were all on his table. And I placed those on my contract. Stamps, seals. I was trying to help the militaries stop wars, become peaceful and transition, and help the world communicate in a way that's fair and complete in protocols of being in the now space, doing away with the concept of time, being in the world but not of the world, with 1 foot on the sea and 1 foot on the land. Why I'm telling you this today is in the protocols of Michael Sodano, or Angelo, coming back into the room, he placed his signature across all the stamps that were on the contract. And it was a number of stamps, 20 to 30 easily. Why I'm telling you this is you are involved in different theaters that I'm not involved with and I have no knowledge of. Well, one of that dealt with the concept of the Black Pope. And because of the oath of the Jesuit order being modified with adverbs, adjectives, creating adverbs and verbs, creating no facts on paperwork, the concept of an oath to the Jesuit order is no longer in play for you if you join this meritocracy. What that means is you can actually step into a system that you will have freedom from prosecution from your own constituencies, from your own club, because of the joinder on the contract, which gives you immunity and gives you a chance to safeguard the American citizens and close our borders and not be prosecuted within your secret societies nor killed because of the disqualification of grammar at the highest level of military theater tactics. I care about the American people. I care about our borders. I care about our lands. I care about the people. I care about the culture. If we do not work together here, and you do not see this as a legitimate out, well, the burden's on you. I'm giving you a chance to legally and lawfully create a situation where the citizens are safe and secure, where you pull back from your military theaters globally, to come back from your military theaters and step into the neutrality and peace and love of the people who so dearly need you to step up in this space where our borders are being overrun and the enemy is within our own lands. The sheriff's associations could do nothing. It will be up to your hearts and your minds and your capacity to join the condition of the grammar to articulate the security of the American people. I give you this chance to join and live in peace, because I have defined words and claimed the value of words so we don't have to go to war. So you don't have to sit in subjective interpretation on the words, because the words that you're using don't mean anything. And y'all know it. The words that are being currently used by the Joint Chiefs of Staff on paper don't have any value to them because there's no word terms for closure on each word, because you're modifying words with adverbs and adjectives, creating verbs and pronouns. There's no facts on your paperwork. What's on the table is to create a fact and a condition of the state for the American citizens of security and safety. I'm asking you to consider. You don't have to comply with the Jesuit oaths. For the citizens of the world that are in the same condition where your borders are being overrun by foreigners. I so value your borderlands as well. It is my goal to get to your lands to help with the education on grammar, so I can also help secure each country's lands through the correct grammar, but I must take care of my house and my lands first. In closing, for the Joint Chiefs of Staff, I know that my system has been bastardized. I get it. Grammar. What is grammar? Grammar is only words on contract. Well, grammar is everything on contract. For without the correct grammar in the now space, you have no tactical command and control of the words. Therefore, it's undefined. You can make it mean whatever you want. So you can't have security in the undefined words because there's no value to them. There's a lot on the table here. And I've done my part. Not sitting back and being complacent for the last 29 years. Walking through the gambit of inadvertently being trained by you guys through the largest court-martialing in the history of planet Earth. But it's much more than that now. Because your loved ones, if they're even still in the country, they're at stake now. Their safety, their security. Do you not have anyone that you like or love or care about? I know I do. And I put my life on the line. You guys already know it. Do you really want the foreign invasion in our homelands? Do you care? Is there any empathy? Is there any heart left? Where's the God men, God women within you? Where's the spirit of kindness, of love, of security? Search your hearts, if you got any. Because it's your family too. You might be able to find ways to forgive yourselves for allowing this to happen. Because it happened on your watch. And you know what? I've had to learn how to forgive too. As a commander-in-chief, there's no school to become a commander-in-chief. And I've had to search deep within my heart to forgive of the things that I've lost. Friendships, family, loved ones. And in doing so, I'm in the grace. And learning how to forgive, I love the fact that I've learned how to forgive. I've made wrongs. I've had conflicts with a dear friend of mine, a treaty-captain. And we've had a conflict. And we've worked through those conflicts. And in working through those conflicts, we've kindled the connection of caring for the world, because it's not about me. It's about the people. It's about the love of the people. And you have to care. And in doing the forgiveness, I've had to search my heart and I've asked forgiveness. And the other person I was having conflict with, he asked forgiveness too. And ladies and gentlemen, my friend and the treaty-captain of Corporation Case R.R. till the 385, till the 460, till the 321:U.S. I give you Robert-Leroy Horton. It's an honor to have you back.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah. Hey, now, we come through some stuff, you and I.
Make them as part of life.
Part of life.
And we all grow and learn from our mistakes, so yeah.
We grow. If we don't grow, we die. And we're not here to die. We're here to grow, love, live, prosper, and it's going to be heaven on earth. And you have to keep that in mind, that we are in this world, but we are not of this world. And this is our heaven. And we are the heavenly bodies. And we direct our heavenly bodies through our sovereignty, through our ability to communicate, to love, and to be secure in our dwelling place. And I'm thankful that you would give me another chance, and I would give you another chance, because we learn together.
Well, I want to thank you, first of all, for stepping in when you stepped in 1999. And on behalf of the American people, thank you.
Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a story to break, and as everybody knows, like you said, there's no school for learning to be a commander-in-chief or learning to set up your own meritocratic corporation. So
very difficult.
I'm sure that was a hell of a journey for you, and a lot of investigative research and study on my end to understand all that.
Yeah.
And as you said, there's no school for something like that. That's something that's learned through a school of hard knocks.
Yeah, you find me in the congressional record and stuff like that.
I can appreciate what you went through. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of work on your end. I mean, I was just learning how to be free, and learning how to free the world, and learning about myself, and learning about people, seeing the good and the bad, and trying not to be judgmental of either.
I think what you have done needs to be taken as seriously by the rest of the nation and the military at large as you took it when you went through it. As you said, there's no school to learn to be, a commander-in-chief, and there's no school to learn how to set up your own meritocratic corporation. This was a huge endeavor on your part, and I can only imagine what you had to go through. Anyone that's had to go through any sort of survival, evasion, resistance, and escape at any level, I don't think could even begin to comprehend what it was.
Well, you're on your hands and knees, Robert, and you're praying. I'll be honest with you. I'm just being honest. That's how it really is.
I think the only guys that can relate to something like that are actual POWs. So
I went 70 days without food one time, 45 another, and they used food as a weapon against me to try to get me to join on contracts so I'd surrender the flag.
Right, and that's the object with any POW, right? They want to get you to surrender. With that being said, you didn't. And again, I can't say thank you enough, and the nation owes you a debt of gratitude for all that you've gone through on our behalf. For Old Glory.
Yeah.
For the children of this nation especially.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And for the future generations to come.
Yeah, it saddens me to see people burn the flag, because I know how many people have sacrificed their lives for the flag to give us the chance to have a glimmer of freedom.
Well, it's sad in the direction that we're going. It's just absolutely sad, and it saddens me, and it saddens the rest of the soldiers out there as well, I'm sure. We're all up in arms over this whole thing. And it's interesting because biblical prophecy plays into a lot of this, and we're just watching it unfold. So again, man, I want to thank you for stepping in where you needed to and handling things the way you did. And once again, it does need to be taken as seriously by the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the rest of the nation as you took it when you stepped in back in 1999. So thank you. And thanks for having me back on board.
Hey, thanks for your patience with me. I'm learning about life. I'm trying to grow as a man, and I'm trying to grow as a leader. And part of that is checking myself at all times. And I'm going to give you my word, I'll do a much better job of communicating that to you and to anybody that comes in contact with us.
And I'm hoping they're going to open up communications with you in some way, shape, or form, and start meeting with you in person and seriously having some talks, some sit-downs.
The borders and the security of the nation and the people are a really important concern. And as we see the rapes and the killings that are happening to unsuspecting people that are just living life and struggling out here to survive, they don't have a chance because the enemy is within.
Yeah, I know there's a lot you have to bring to the table, and I'm hoping that those conversations will ensue from here on forward. So,
thank you.
Thanks again. Yeah,
you bet. We'll make it happen. It's a slow turn, but I have a different gambit, as you know, of giving military personnel a chance to step out of the paradigm. When you were first with me, you got to look at the Veterans Affairs and the 3,000-page treaty that I wrote for the veterans, so they could be cured of their PSDs, so they could have a home, so that their families could join in a mutually beneficial financial system to where if the macroeconomics of society increased, that they would not hurt the family of the soldier who might be handicapped and unable to go back into the workforce. And so I've done what I can for the soldiers on a scale that I haven't seen anyone else match. And you really have to care about people that actually take the time and put your own sweat equity into something like that. And it's a hard voyage.
Well, there's a great deal of genius in what it is you've done, and I'm sure those conversations are going to ensue here, hopefully, in the near future. So once again, thank you.
Be ready. Be vigilant. Be deep in prayers, because it's going to take a miracle. And it's not my miracle. It's God's miracle. Blessings on you all. Safe travels.